So, I haven't been newly married in 15 years. This is your second year. That's a big
Yes.
deal. Um, what's going on there? I know your husband's gone a lot. So it must feel still very new.
It feels very new. And when we are together, we enjoy our time together because it's not like we get to see each other every single day because he works late too. And
Right.
I realized now, right in the beginning, you're like staying up and doing all the cutesy things. Now I'm like, good night.
Yeah, peace.
It's like past 9:30. I'm an early sleeper there because I live East Coast time.
Right.
So I'm in bed like by 9.
So it's not awkward
Oh,
when you
no,
see
no, no,
him.
no, no. It's not
Okay.
awkward at all. No. In fact, I think we were compatible from the start. And I tell people that's what they should look for lifestyle,
Sure.
the same values, same
Right.
end goals. Why are you laughing?
Because
Because
I'm like, you really like to sleep, and so does he.
so
Like, I
does,
feel like that's
yes,
what
we
it is.
both take
Right.
naps and watch. We
It's
literally,
because I know what you're talking
yes,
about.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's
we love to travel. So we
right.
travel a lot. But
And neither of you eat or drink.
and I eat less now with him because
Right.
he's a health freak.
Right.
So like,
Well, he knows everything about everyone's body.
and I'm with
So,
someone who's not telling me not to eat.
oh my God.
He's not like
I'd
have a
hope
burger.
so.
Most people are like have a burger. My husband's like, did you get your steps in?
Wait. Did you have your leafy greens today?
Yeah, he's
How
like
many
very health
variations?
conscious.
Yeah,
So it's good to be with someone actually, quite frankly, who keeps you in check, who motivates me.
absolutely.
So actually, I see my husband and I'm like, I need to get off my ass and do
Yeah,
something. So living with someone like that has actually made me a better person and
absolutely.
not a schlub,
Well, because then you get to be a schlub when he's not
which is
around,
what
which is
happens.
like 50% of the time. So
Yes.
you get to be a garbage bag and you get to have like this,
Pretend to be
right? Which is
healthy.
why your skin is still glowing
No,
and you have light behind your eyes.
you're
That's
so sweet.
amazing.
Say he texts me, I'm coming home. Guess who's running into the shower at 7 p.m. because I haven't
Yes,
showered all day.
correct, because that's what you do.
I'm like, oh,
That's
gotta
amazing.
pretend.
And that wouldn't happen if you were home all the time. I can promise you that.
Yeah, no. So I, wash myself.
Yeah, that's great. No, it's an accomplishment.
Yes.
I'm just, speaking from someone that doesn't like to wash themselves.
And that comes from the depression in Arizona, being
Right.
there. And,
How did you avoid sun?
but, well, I stay inside, but also noticing a lot of girls ask me, like, how did you find him? How did you keep him? Well, a lot of girls wouldn't move to Arizona. A lot of people aren't willing to make the sacrifice when they find the right person. And then they're like, I can't find anyone. It's like, well, what if you found someone amazing and they had to move to Arizona? Are you just going to throw it all away?
I know. That's what my friend Nikki did. Nikki met a dude. It was like 6 months in, and he was like, I have to move to Chicago. And she was like, I guess we're going to Chicago. And it was dope. And they're married now.
But that a lot of people don't want to do that. Like my
Yeah,
friends,
mistake.
they don't want to leave New York City and they don't want to leave Miami. These are not places where you're going to find people easily.
It's true. It's not easy.
It's not in your day, right? Like where you met people dating at a bar when you met Adam. Like though, it's just not how it works now. You go to a bar now and you talk to them. I'm filing a restraining order. Like,
So
why are you
funny.
talking to me?
So my friend has been single for a long time now, and before this whole thing blew up, I was a little, being her wing woman a little bit, and now after, actually, we haven't gone out. We should go out. Anyway, and I would get numbers for her all the time. I think it's just
Really?
about, yeah. I think it's just
Or is it
about,
like shitty millennials?
yeah. I think that there's, first of all, you don't want to talk to anyone anymore because it's awkward because you haven't been accustomed to talking to anyone since the pandemic, so it's difficult. And no one knows how to carry a proper conversation. So, yeah. And then again, I think there is a level of like, are you a psychopath? But like, are you just a psychopath on Hinge? Like, you
Yeah.
speak less. Like, I don't know what
Yeah.
the hesitation is. But I didn't come from that generation, and then I skipped this whole period where you're only supposed to meet people online. So I can only talk to people in person. So I signed up for one of the dating apps called Stir because it's supposed
What
to
is
be.
this for the listeners? Because I've never heard of this.
Yeah, it's just supposed to be for people who have kids. essentially.
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
And
I didn't know that.
It can be, I mean, you don't have to have kids, but for the
Generally,
most part,
that's what it's for.
Right. And it was just like me Googling like right after this happened, like crying into I was like, I need to find someone before he does.
Would you date someone who I need to find someone before he does?
Yeah.
Is that like a thing? It's like a competition now.
Of course it is. 100%. Or just be happy. Because that's
you need to find someone before
option.
He does.
You could also just be a happy person. But
are you okay dating someone with kids?
Yes.
Wow, I didn't even think of that. You that. Like, what is going on? Like, you're
Brady
okay to have the Brady Bunch. Yeah.
I
think that's great. The kids have to get along, though.
They will. Listen, you don't have a choice.
My friend's sister did that. He had 3 and she had 2, and now they're the Brady Bunch, and they're happy.
It's fine. Like, right. And it's just also someone that knows where you are, like where you are in your head and your heart and like how you operate in day to day. I think it's just easier. So it was like the first thing I went for. The only thing I went for. And had like 2 pictures of me with me being like blurry. Like,
do you put your kids in the photos or no?
I have
one.
I have
just
Jamie
to like
in one
have
photo
kids.
to be like I have kids. Right. And then I like didn't write a profile. And
how's it going?
I have like 275 likes.
Wow.
Which means the market for a woman with kids looking for a man with kids in New York is slim pickings. Like, I might be the only woman because all of these men are like, oh, there's somebody here that has kids that wants kids.
I think it's because people don't know this app exists and people think because they have kids, they can't do this.
Maybe.
That's a thing.
Maybe.
You're giving women confidence.
Good. I don't necessarily recommend going on Stir, but maybe go on Stir.
Why don't you recommend it?
Well, just I haven't used it at all.
Okay. You don't know. It hasn't been tested.
Here.
What is this Stir? Well, I was only saying this because...
I think I wrote back like twice to somebody or something silly. But I'm going to show you so that you have an idea of how insane...
I've always said it's better to be married and divorced with kids than to have never done it at all.
No, you always say
because
that.
you look like a weirdo when you've never done it. I've been there.
Well, it's just like, where's the red flag? Like, why?
Okay. I don't know which way to swipe. I don't want to swipe the wrong thing.
Up and down, I think, is your pictures. Okay. And then you press X if you don't like them, heart if you like them. And this is, 295 likes.
There's a market for women with children in the city.
Yeah, like 15 new messages. And I have not been on here at all. I haven't done anything. Like, at all.
Wow.
Like, I haven't spoken to anybody.
Well.
So all I'm saying is men are looking for women who know how to take care of kids.
Because hopefully they're not a child.
But even if they are, that's not even the point is, it's like there's a desperation there to be like, left me, or like, this bitch is no longer helping me. I need a new one. Please give me a new one. So all you ladies,
who told you about
confident. That? Nobody. I looked it up. I was panicked, crying into my blanket, not knowing what to do, having like palpitations.
You're still so young, by the way.
I'm not young.
You are young.
I'm not young.
You're 41. Yeah, not even.
Correct.
That's young. We're young.
Pruned. I'm done. I don't feel young. I'm tired. Let me be tired. I'm tired.
I'll let you be tired and take your naps.
No, like old sea witch. Like, I just want to, right? Isn't that the dream?
Shut in.
When can you give up? Yeah,
you never give up. And my mom said this because my mom always said once she turns 60, she's going to eat all the yummy food.
And
she's turning 65. She's looking better than ever and is not.
It scares me because it makes me feel like I'm never going to smoke again. I don't like that.
I don't want you to smoke, so I'm not indulging.
I don't care what you want. That's the way I want to go.
Yeah.
100%. Be like, sorry, you got a diagnosis. I'm like, no problem.
But going back to marriage, you said something, and only because it came up right now.
Yeah.
I also want people to know, you realize you have a rude awakening. There's a moment that happens when you're married, and you're like, wait, I can't leave. And when I say I can't leave, meaning not leave my husband or leave the person, but like, I committed to move to Arizona now to be with him.
Yeah, you're fucked.
And now I'm like, I don't want to be in Arizona anymore. And there's nothing for me to do here. And I've kind of lost my life, which It's been 3 months. Like, don't be dramatic, because I was busy for the past 2 years. But for the past 3 months, I really kept my calendar open because I also didn't want to be traveling constantly.
Sure.
And I wanted to spend time with my husband. But I realized, like, for better, for worse, like, that could be by the state. And I don't do well in Arizona, my health. And so you don't realize, like, you could leave because you just don't feel good in a city physically. Like, I'm always ill, getting headaches, allergies. It just, I don't do well. There's the dust. I need ocean air.
Yeah.
You know, I need like filtration, whatever. And if you love someone, you stick through those. Those aren't big problems or big deals. And so a lot of people don't even want to make those sacrifices. So what do you do when the going really gets tough?
Apparently you bail.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, like, don't do it unless you're ride or die.
Yeah.
And you're ride or die.
I am ride or die. But I will always be right. Like, that's what I realized also.
It's who you are.
Right. Like, even through this, even with this bombshell, I still feel like it's like, there's somebody. It's fine. I'll fall in love. If I don't find love, I'll find something else. It's okay.
Is there a chance of reconciliation?
Not if you paid me
we're done.
$1 million.
Okay.
He is an absolute slug. He is disgusting. Okay?
We're done.
There is just 100% done.
Okay.
I, to be perfectly honest, I don't think I could look. Two things. I don't think I could look myself in the mirror
and love yourself and respect yourself.
But also the amount of work that it would take on his part to get even close to getting back anywhere into my pants would not be worth it. Juice isn't worth the squeeze. Find somebody else. It would take you years of heavy lifting.
Okay.
like move on.
Like next year, he's like, I made a huge mistake.
Yes,
and that happens all the time.
Right. Yes, you did. You'll get over it. I did.
You're done.
You'll get over it. Put in the work. I'm putting in the work now. You can put in the work later. And I don't disagree. I think that is a very real possibility. It's just, I found a little bit of an out. I got out of this sort of Stockholm syndrome mindset, and I don't want to go back.
Yeah.
I made the commitment. I put everything I had into it. I wanted to make it work. I did all of it despite all of the things that it was doing to me and the damage that it caused. And there's zero reason for me to get back in that situation. The damage has been done.
And the ship sailed. We're done.
Yeah, gross. He looks at himself in the mirror like 90 hours a day. It makes me want to throw up on myself.
Okay.
Like, just put like a mirror on the ceiling and jerk off. Like, that's what for the rest of your life. Like, that's what you need to do. That's where you live. You live in the bathroom, lying on your back, naked, looking at yourself in a mirror, jerking off hard. That's your relationship. Sorry.
No, it's shocking because I'm like still stunned. I'm still stunned, but you know.
It was just never.
It was one-sided. We just didn't know.
Yeah, we just didn't know.
Maybe you didn't. We didn't know as friends.
I knew a little bit. You know what I mean? I think everyone knew a little bit because he is who he is. He's like,
yeah.
But I think to the extent I didn't know.
Yeah.
Creepy. It's a little sleepy.
Better late
action.
than never. Better you find out and you still have your whole life ahead of you.
I know, and it doesn't hurt that I'm skinny and I can eat. That's fun. Like, that does take a lot off my plate.
Yeah, before we would go out and you would never eat.
I would never eat.
It was like, okay, we'll go somewhere to eat, but like you wouldn't eat.
Right. Right.
Now we can eat.
No, I will never stop eating. I'm so excited. Like, that is...
Because of Manjaro.
Because of Manjaro.
Who by now should pay us as well.
Oh my God.
It's like you are the poster child.
Times. For real. Okay. I will wear a sash. I'll be Miss Manjaro forever. I'm really and Miss Wellness by Messer and Miss Dr. Weinstein and
Yeah, everyone can reach out to me or Susan again if you need the information.
It's really
We went all over the place in this episode.
changed my life. So, I've always thought that it was interesting how many sort of very close acquaintances you've had over your life. I have heard you mention maybe 90 different people who you are very close with. And I don't understand. How do you do it, and how do you keep it up? You meet people on planes and you're like, she's my best friend for 7 years.
Yeah.
I've been friends with her for 7 years. I met her on a plane.
And she lives in Scottsdale, the person I met on the plane.
Yeah, I've never spoken to anyone on a plane. I don't understand.
I really just keep in touch with people and have these best friends. Like I have, but I'm also not someone with 100 friends. Like I'm not, but I do have a lot of
100
good,
friends.
Good people in my life.
Yeah, you do. But, you have thousands of
But
friends.
once you cross me, I'm done. Like
I know.
I'm done.
I know.
So like there's no second chances. Like the minute someone acts weird or does something weird, I'm out.
No,
I won't let you know either. I just distance myself because I'm past in my 20s. I try to fix things and talk things out. I said this. Now I'm like, I wish you the best.
Because you're tired. Bodies get tired. Minds get tired.
But, I have so many friends like you, best friends, that have had children, so I don't see them anymore.
Right.
And they live down the street from me in Miami, but I don't visit them because they're occupied.
But it's also annoying to be around people with kids.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
It would be every day. But the friends that I have kids are the friends that I have who have kids are great, but they're busy with their kids and I don't want to intrude. And I want to know this is a question I have. Do you want us visiting you? I feel like we're a burden.
No, but that's the problem. Yes, we want you visiting because it does break up the day. I need the day broken.
Because I'm like, they're going to be like, why is this person in the way?
No, you're not in the way. I'm just not going to talk to you because I have an annoying gnat in my ear. Right. So it's boring for you. And it's like really only saves me like maybe 30 minutes of, they're going to be interested in this person for a very short period of time. Yeah. So it's going to break up that for a second. And then they're on to the next thing. I have to chase them around the room. Like it just you can't focus. There's also, pregnancy brain doesn't go away. You're just dumb forever, right? All of the space that you had in your brain, everything that you thought you felt was like a valuable piece of information has been completely filtered out and been filled with shit about kids. It's all kids. That's all you know. Yeah. How do you talk to
I don't know who
adult?
Miss Rachel is.
You don't know who Miss Rachel is?
No, but I've heard other friends mention Miss Rachel.
Okay, so I'm going to give you the rundown because she is important in general. Miss Rachel was a teacher who had a kid who had a significant speech delay. She's a kindergarten teacher. She started to make these videos to help him speak and to keep herself connected throughout the day because she was at class. She uploaded them for free online and she has become a national treasure. Wow. This has helped hundreds of thousands of families with kids with speech delays. I can't speak more highly of her. She didn't even monetize it. You know what I mean? Like she just started monetizing it. She's really,
I've heard many people talk about Miss Rachel. So
she's
incredible.
She's
a superwoman, real superwoman,
a lovely woman. There's also another part to her story where her partner Jules is trans. There was a big backlash online.
Oh.
And she told everyone to go fuck themselves.
Yeah.
And was like, Jules is my partner.
That's really sad that would even be a thing.
It was really sad. They this attacked
woman's like
her.
Saving lives and families.
They attacked her for I don't know, not wearing proper makeup at some point. Like trolls were after her. It was just wild. It's just giving free speech therapy to kids in need. And they're like, fuck you, troll. What?
Classic America.
Classic America. Right. So she's wonderful. And anyone that is having issues with kids or having their kids speak early should absolutely, she's on YouTube. It's all free. Watch hours of it. Wow. I know every episode. You and not wanting kids or wanting kids?
There's only one reason right now that I don't want them, and it's because I am tired
Yeah, it's
already, and I don't know. And people are like, "You just make it happen," and it's like, "Do you
Right.
though?"
What does that mean? What does making it happen mean? Because that's
And
terrifying.
I spoke to my friend who is older. She's in her 50s, and her husband's a neurosurgeon, very good friend, and they've raised two boys who are in college. And she said, Anish, you're married to a surgeon. If both of you aren't 100% yes, don't do it. And both of us aren't 100% yes. Neither one of us is gung ho. It's like, I think with you and Adam, at least one of you were like, I really want to do this.
It was biology, though, a little bit.
Really?
Like,
when is my biological clock?
I think it already did.
And I missed it.
I think it slid on by, which is not a problem, by the way. Yes, I agree. I think the truth is that if you aren't willing to be like, I could do this without a partner.
Yeah.
Like, I'm all in. It's really hard. Emotionally taxing on any woman, because really women take on the emotional burden.
She still is.
Of any family. Yeah.
She's like, they're in college and they call me.
You will take care of the emotional burden for that family for the rest of your life. That's it.
And my mom.
Right.
I see my mom.
Correct. Everyone you've ever met.
Yeah. Precisely.
Right. This is the only reason that I'm like, think about it twice, is because with all of this going on in my fucked up world, the place that I feel the best and the safest is with my kids. So Jamie is like a shot of life, and Henry is like my calm and
love.
Yeah, it's love. It's really hard though. I'm really tired. It's really hard, and I'm like physically abused. Maybe like have a girl. Like maybe
just have one.
Yeah, like maybe just have one and have it be a girl, and that's it.
Yeah, so that's the only thing stopping me is I know I'd be doing most of it myself.
Not most, all.
But the other person isn't even gung ho, and neither am I.
Right.
Neither of us are gung ho.
Right.
And my friend who's in her 50s now, her kids are in college. She's like, they're still calling me. She's like, now we're trying to get them to finish college.
Yeah. But then it's finish college, and then it's
never
get
ending.
Through a marriage, and then it's having kids of their own, and then it is lifelong. There is nothing, and knowing me and knowing how tired I am,
yeah,
and I'm happy to do it, but because I already have to, like.
But you also were gung ho about kids. You wanted him.
My 20s, I didn't. My 30s, I did. So my 20s, I was like, I just want to party constantly.
That's what you should do.
Right. But I was like, I don't need kids. Kids are gross.
But everyone I know who has kids loves them. But again, I'm lucky that my friends are good examples. Friends are good examples of moms.
Because they love their kids, because it's a reflection of you. Like, it's just about you, okay? Life is just about you. You're obsessed with you. So you get to look at something that you made, and you get to feel good about it and proud of it, okay? Like, and then they get to grow into their own little people, and then you get to take a little credit for that too. Like, you're like, oh my God, but you're such a good person. And
yeah.
That's because of me. And the shitty things about you, that's because of somebody else.
Yes.
I didn't have anything to do with that.
Absolutely.
But it's true. It doesn't end. There's, I'm sure, every kid resents their parents. So not only does it not end, and you have like an endless amount of work, but they also wind up kind of fucking hating you in the end anyway. But
I'd want one. But I don't know if I could do it.
You can absolutely do it. 100% you can do it. But maybe get a puppy instead.
We're not even home enough for the puppy. That's why we don't have one.
You have to take it with you everywhere.
I know. So it's like
a baby.
Like a baby, which is why we don't have one, because we love dogs, but we're never there. Yeah. So
I have two. They both have chronic gastroenteritis. One of them has a neurological disorder, and the other one has anxiety. So I have to give them Paxil.
But you did that though. You had the dogs first.
I did.
And you could handle the dogs.
Right. And then I had two children.
But you were managing it all.
And then my husband left me.
I'm still shook by it all because, it's like those couples you never thought.
It's gotten funny. It's gotten like a little comedic at this point. Like it was sad.
But it's just
for
another
a while.
example for me, though. That's what you don't understand. It's like, oh, another guy did this to another friend.
So, but this is the thing. Yes, he did it. Yes, it sucks. I had good years, and now I get to have another life.
Chapter, yeah.
So
with the new you,
maybe who cares? Maybe
it's like that Nicki Minaj song. You fucked the new body. Like someone's gonna do that.
Right.
Like they don't know the old you.
Right. That's right. And it gets to be a different life and I think that's the deal. I think you get to live multiple lives. So I think that yes, at the end of the day, if someone does fuck you over, they fuck you over. Find something else. It's okay.
Yeah. And don't dwell.
As long as you didn't do, like, as long as you are secure in yourself, as long as you don't regret anything, as long as you did the right thing and you know you did the right thing, steadfast in yourself. Yeah. There's nothing to regret and you can move forward. It's when you're the dick that it becomes a problem.
Yeah.
Definitely want to be fucked over more than you want to fuck over.
Yeah. We've always had this question. Would you like to cheat or be cheated on? Cheated on all day.
100%.
All day.
Yeah. So that's where I is.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing everything.
Yeah. I think honestly, you and your husband are fucking adorable. And I can't see. And yes, I agree with you. Things change, but like you can't think about what's going to happen. In 10 years.
I think that's just my way of protecting my heart because I love him so much.
But you're going to love him so much, whether you let yourself go or not.
Yeah.
Like you're already there.
You say those things because you don't want this person to hurt you.
Right.
So you're like, oh, it's inevitable. So that if and when they do, it's like, oh, I knew it.
Right. I'm right.
I was right.
Case in point. Yeah. But then doesn't it become like a self-fulfilling prophecy?
No, because you never thought this would happen.
I did. Well, I mean, I didn't, but I did. I was like, you're with me because
early on, yeah.
Early on. Like
it was in your gut.
It was in my gut. Because you're morbidly obese and you think I'm the best you can do.
Yeah.
And then he wasn't, and then he left. So, who wins?
Yeah. And we do that as women too. We make up these stories to make ourselves right.
Yeah, I think so. Yes. But then we are.
So I don't know if it's like the chicken or the egg.
Maybe
I don't know.
We're just smarter than everyone else.
I've just seen the story. So I hope we're together till we die.
Right.
I don't know if I can believe that in 2024.
But like also maybe think this way. If you're not, it's not going to be the end of the world.
No, I'll be a senior citizen.
Don't worry. I'm going to have a mansion and everyone can move in.
Right? I don't know how that works.
It lasts till 18. I don't know. But
kids are 18.
No, alimony is forever until I get married.
Oh, okay.
Child support is still 18. He has to pay everything. And on top of that, I would get half.
Yes.
So I get half of his entire net worth. Then he has to pay me alimony, which is the amount that I have become accustomed to.
Right.
So it's the rent on my apartment and whatever I've been charging on my credit card for
which
the last
you've been doing
billion years.
Yeah.
And then on top of it, it's child support.
I'm sure I would have thought he thought this through.
Yeah, he just knows me.
Yeah.
He knows I'm not gonna rape him for everything it's worth.
No.
Yet.
You won't.
I don't know.
I know you.
I feel very Edgar Allan Poe-y lately. I feel very like
it's like ebbs and flows. I'm sure you're like some days you're pissed as hell. Right. I'm sure the rage sets in. And then other days you're like, life is great. Like
yeah, or just like it's all okay. Like everything is fine.
It is all okay though.
It is all okay. I know. You know. I can drive now.
I know. By the way, Susan never knew how to drive, which was shocking, but that's pretty normal for someone who was raised in New York City.
Right. So neither of us knew how to drive. So neither Adam or I knew how to drive. And
You
we were
learned.
like, somebody's got to learn how to drive. Like
Yeah.
one of us has to do it. And he has a wonky eye.
So you did it.
I was like, one day, I don't know, it was like pouring. I think I had the flu. And I just went into the DMV and I was like, if I pass the permit test, I'll learn how to drive.
Okay.
So and by like a point.
You passed.
Right. So I felt like it was.
And then you took driving classes.
Then I
That
took
must be
driving
terrifying in the
classes.
city. I don't know where you learned. In New York City?
In the city.
That's scary.
It's less scary because you don't have to go fast. It's
That's
like
true.
slow and steady.
Yeah.
So you're just like inching along anyway. Highway, it's like if I go over 60, I'm like scared I'm gonna.
Yes.
But now it's better. I like driving.
Do you still want to buy a house outside or do you want to stay in the city? Because
I
I know you wanted some space for the kids.
Both. I will never, ever, ever give up on my both dream. Yes, I would
Yeah.
like a Berkshire's house and I would like my townhouse in Manhattan.
Perfect.
Right.
Well, you're a powerful manifester, so I see it happening.
Maybe.
You've gotten everything you wanted.
And
Minus this debacle. I don't know what happened here, but I feel like you still got what you wanted. You got the family, you got the kids. Like, you're good.
I got the kids. Sans the family.
And you'll get the townhome.
I might.
You will.
I believe that you believe really hard.
I do. I believe a lot for other people as well, and it works.
Good.
Yeah.
It's what you need to do all day for me.
Yeah, for all of us.
No,
That's
no, no.
what this
Just for me.
Okay.
If you expel any of the energy on anyone else, just don't. Wrap yourself in cellophane and be like, only Susan.
Which we used to do, by the way, to sweat. And
I know. To lose
like
5 pounds
really
to fit
sad.
into a dress.
Yeah.
I know. Oh, God. I did that for a long time. That's so fucked up. But I guess people still do it because
People still do
it's
it.
essentially a waist trainer.
Yeah,
Like that's
basically.
Right.
When we were all buying the waist trainers, we all did that too. That was
know.
weird. Couldn't breathe at work.
Couldn't
Wore
breathe.
it to bed.
Yeah.
It's
we're
probably
to bed.
like blocking our rib cage,
Yes.
breathing.
I went to that. We went to that lobster boat
Oh yeah.
on the West Side Highway.
Yeah.
We walked in 95-degree heat all
Yeah.
the way down and I was wearing a waist trainer that
Mhm.
entire time. It was the summer before I got married. I wouldn't take it off.
Wild.
I can't believe I didn't faint.
And all because Kim Kardashian said to.
Yeah, look at
And
Kim
Lily
Kardashian.
Galici and the Shaws, like they were all doing the waist trainers.
Yes, look at them.
Yeah. Except they were not losing weight from waist training. They were getting surgery.
I think it's both. I think it was probably eating. I don't think it didn't work.
You think it worked,
Yeah.
the waist trainer thing?
Yeah,
I mean, I
just-
did it like twice and I couldn't breathe. So I was
Right.
like, goodbye.
I did it for like a month. And yeah, I lost it. I put them back on. But like I could have gone like a week maybe with like 2 inches
A
less
week.
on
I
my
lasted
waist.
2 days, 2 nights.
No, a week after taking it off.
Oh,
I lasted a long
you
time.
were like a year.
Yeah, it was like 2 months. And it did. It took like 2 inches off my waist. But then after like a week or 2 weeks, it came back. But it was there for a while.
Crazy days.
Lunatics.
Yeah. I'm
Mhm.
glad we love ourselves now. We don't do
Oh,
those things.
I love myself so
Yeah.
much. I just got full on fucking surgery. My husband is leaving me. I'm in therapy. I'm on so much Prozac. I think I want to switch to Zoloft so I can have some manic episodes instead of being even. And I've had a bottle of champagne today. Maybe I should love myself a little more.
You do. We do.
A little more I need. A little more self-love.
Thanks for sharing your story.
Yeah, thanks for
And there's more to
having me.
come.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
Eventually he'll have to move to another building.
No, eventually I'm going to move to
Yeah.
um,
Do you know where you want to go? Or no?
Upper West for
Okay.
sure. We're in no man's land.
Is your mom and are your sister
Yeah.
still there? So
Yeah. And also just like it doesn't make any sense for me to be in Chinatown
no, and
with
it's good
2
to be near
kids.
your family and in a family neighborhood.
or just a park
Yeah.
of any kind. Like
Yeah.
but it is nice. The building does have a playroom. It does have
Yeah, it's a
all
nice
of the
building.
tropes. But it's just not in my soul. Billy Fry lives there. I can't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Fire Festival. Fuck.
Yeah, I know.
They let
My
Living
husband
my
loves
building.
that documentary.
It's pretty good.
It's a great
It's
one.
really good.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
We always talk any like bad Indian event, we're like Fire Festival.
Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't believe in anything. I'm an atheist.
I know I am too, but now I'm like
But I
knocking on all
will-
sorts of things.
Yeah. So, but I will knock on my head every time I have a negative thought, and I won't put a hat on my bed.
That I won't do either, or
Yep.
on a flat surface. Like I'll
Yep.
put it on a chair or something, but not on tables or beds.
Tables, yes. Bed, no. And chair, no.
Why?
I think
Where
it's
am I putting it?
because
The
you're
floor?
sitting on it. No, you're like putting it away,
Okay.
or like on a hat rack,
Yeah,
or
I
like
know.
on a table or somewhere. Right. I mean, you don't like tables, but
Wow.
we did. Or like salt over the shoulder.
Yeah, that I do all that.
I'll do that. Why?
I don't know. Someone told us it was bad.
My mother.
Yeah, my mom too.
My
So
mother told me. And then it got so deeply ingrained in my soul that now every time I have a bad thought, I'm fucking giving myself a goddamn concussion.
I didn't know that, but that's good because it's a reminder, and then you want to stop hitting yourself. So you're like,
I know.
stop thinking bad thoughts.
No, but it's even like, do I have my keys? I'm knocking on my head.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's like unnecessary.
totally unnecessary. But
Yeah.
if I don't do it,
Then
really-
that drives you crazy.
no, I
not doing
really
it.
will lose my keys.
Yeah.
Like they really
okay.
won't be in my bag.
Yeah,
And every time I do it, they are, but it's because I do it every time.
yeah.
And it's like the one time in my life that I didn't. It just happened to be that they weren't there. And I was like, okay,
Okay.
I guess I have to do this every time I think I don't have my keys. What the fuck is wrong with me?
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for going through with this and really just recovering so quickly. Some people, this will affect them for years. Like
Oh,
you're
girl,
still functioning.
it's going to affect me for years.
I know, but you know, like you're resilient. You're here. We're doing this. Like you could be balled up in a corner.
Maybe you can't. You got kids. I might be balled up in a corner. If I
Some
don't have
people do
kids.
it with kids. Balled
It's
up.
hard. It's hard. And I'm in no way an example. I'm just, it's day by day and we'll figure it out. And that's just how it has to be.
Hourly. That's what we say on the pod. Living
It's true.
hourly. I'm like, don't ask me about tomorrow. Like, I don't know. I don't
right.
even know what I'm doing
In
tonight.
5
Like-
minutes, I might start hysterically crying.
We don't
I have
know.
absolutely no control over any of it. I was in therapy and I was like, sort of like excited. And I was like, yeah, let's talk about blah, 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 blah. And then just for no reason, I
Crying.
just sobbing, audibly sobbing for no reason. There's just, but it also still might be a little bit of pregnancy hormone. Like it does take a long time for your body to re-regulate. So,
And no one talks about that.
no, it takes forever. First of all, so I heard initially it was 2 years.
Whoa.
Then I heard someone say 3 years. And my sister was like 7 years. It takes 7 years, true. 7 years for you to fully go back hormonally where you were. 7.
7. No.
Fucking 7 years. So I might just be like this forever. Like I just might be who I am now.
I'm curious to see how it all unfolds.
I'm curious to see if I can go from now having straight up old man ass, just skin flapping against the back of my thighs as I walk down the block, to having anything resembling a normal woman's
I would like,
ass
I don't have that.
ever
And
again.
I think we have to do like squats and all
I've
of that.
tried.
Yeah. Oh, it doesn't work.
What the fuck?
Okay.
Nothing's
Or
nothing.
sculpting.
Nothing. I might have to.
Yeah.
It might.
I would
it
think
might have to be.
sculpting.
It might have to be surgical intervention because it's really.
Because I have always wanted that.
I had a great ass.
I
My
didn't.
whole life, heavy, fat, it didn't matter, okay? Skinny, I had a great ass.
Cheeks.
It's fucking gone. It's gone. It's gone. It's shocking gone. I want to,
I was like,
it's gone.
yeah. But that's what I look like. I'm like, you're showing me myself.
Wait. I don't know.
I'm like, that's me, Susan. That's what I look like.
Can I see? Turn around.
Yeah.
Because I don't believe you.
No, it's okay. It's flat.
It's not me flat.
Well,
You've
that's
got a
'cause
great-
No, your jeans are looser, and
No,
it's
they're not. You've got a great little
No,
tush.
it's
You
'cause
need
I have-
better jeans.
It's also I have my period.
No, you have good genes. You need
So the
better
jeans are tighter.
No.
That's the only reason it looks like it's something.
No, you've got a cute little pitucus forming.
But it's also filled with stretch marks because I grew 5'8" in 5th grade. So it's
cute.
like I have all these stretch marks. I don't know how to get rid of them. I've done all the lasers. It doesn't work.
It doesn't work. Nothing works. Okay. You know what you do?
Is there any way to peel the skin off?
No, it's just you have to live there. I call them tiger stripes. They're white. They're it's
there.
Fine. They're there. It's fine. Have you seen what is growing on your husband's body? Because it's truly disgusting. Okay, it's truly gross. You ever looked at your husband's asshole? Ever?
No.
Have you ever seen what's there? Just trust me. Trust me. He's begging for a stretch mark. Okay, it is disgusting. The whole thing is disgusting. Don't worry. Okay, even the most beautiful is pretty fucking gross. Okay. Your grossest doesn't match
any man
what's going on
with a man's asshole.
With a man's anything, just a ball sack in general. Just all of the saggies. Ugh, gross. I think it's very weird that people won't share a toothbrush, but I am going to put the thing that you piss out of into my mouth.
So I think
down my throat.
I think it's weird when a lot of my friends say they went down on someone. To me, that's very intimate versus sleeping with someone.
Right.
So I don't understand the people that go for that versus sex.
I'll say it's a level of risk in terms of STD and pregnancy giving pleasure.
Yeah. And maybe I'm just thinking of like my guy friends, and I just think like we said, vagina's gross to us. Like I couldn't.
Right. But
we were conditioned to think that way.
Right. I mean, that's the truth. I think I really feel like one good acid trip could just wipe out an entire.
Yeah. Would you do ayahuasca?
I would.
You would.
100%.
Some people say it changed them like for the worse and they never came out of it.
Okay. So I don't think it opens anything real. I think what happens is probably with every other trip, except your body goes through a lot of physical discomfort, vomiting, which also
Purging,
happens on mushrooms too, a little bit. Depends on how much you take. Yeah. But yeah, I think it'd be a blast. I love drugs. Drugs are the best. Everyone should be doing them. No one should be drinking, and everyone should be doing drugs.
Yeah, drinking is really bad.
It's really bad.
I don't do anything because I'm just so worried about my health in general.
I also think you're a spiraler, and I think
it wouldn't be
very
good.
difficult to do hallucinogens when you're a spiraler.
And imagine spiraling on ayahuasca.
But that right? Okay, so I don't even.
I'd feel like meeting people.
No, it wouldn't even be that. I think it'd just be like crying, throwing up, shaking in a corner, really scared and sad.
Yes,
and that's not the purpose. Or
you know yourself, right? Like It's like okay. Probably wouldn't go well for me.
Yeah, I don't think it would go well for you.
So just avoid these things because I know
low grade things would go well for you.
Yeah.
I think anything super intense is not your wheelhouse.
No, and I'm always worried about getting a migraine or a headache. That's mainly the fear, apart from dying.
Yeah, I think that I can see you shaking, crying in a corner, talking about death a lot. I'm not that. I'm like, rainbows? Yeah. I'm like,
you're like my friend Ditz.
Right.
He's like, rainbows. I'm like,
right.
I'd be shaking.
No, I feel comfortable shamaning people. I feel comfortable. Well,
you're the caregiver.
I am the caregiver.
Like, I would need you to be sober while I'm doing it.
I would, if you ever want to do any kind of hallucinogen, you just let me know.
Down the road.
I think it can be used for a lot of positive life-changing reasons, and I think
if used properly,
right. And I think that it's now being fully explored, which is nice.
Yeah.
But people are still like, we'll still have fucking reefer madness.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like people are still like, I sort of agree with this. Not everyone gels with every drug.
No.
And they're not going to. So it really is a lot. Like there should be a psychopharmacologist talking to you being like, don't do this. Right.
And I agree with you that even though you're drinking alcohol is the devil. Like it's poison.
Absolutely. It's 100%
It's the worst
poison.
thing.
I'm drinking it because I drink.
Yeah.
That's and I don't drink often, but I drink because I'm an adult and I'm 40. And that's what adults at the age of 40 do. However, if I could right now just be on acid like a lunatic, I would be. But I had so much fun.
I had a blast. No, this was great. And I hope you feel better. I hope it did something for you.
It did.